Welcome to the Kentucky Gold Hunter. Subscribe now and join the hunt.
All right, we are at the creek today. Our regular spot in northern Kentucky, Burlington, and Ziggy over there. Tell me where to dig. He's got a little pump cup. And yeah, we're going to. This is after flood. There's a whole lot of gravels up there by Ziggy that have washed over these rocks, and it is still pretty flooded. But now I can see what's kind of going on here. And how much material is building up. You know, there's a huge pile of this sand right here, and that really light material is building up there. That tells me that the water is really slowing down right behind this log. So we're going to be working right behind the log. Maybe we're going to check up in that area as well. And then also we've got this guy here. Interesting thing about this current, it widens out right there in this pool. Looks like we may have a fish. But yeah, it widens out right here in this pool. And that would also be a pretty good place to check. But in a flood stage, right after this place where the gold wants to settle, there's this obstacle here. And then this is actually an inside bend. There's another obstacle. And then down there, there's a whole another gravel bar. So we've got this big long gravel bar right behind this object. And then you've got this one over here. Kind of a mysterious gravel bar. So before this all gets washed away, the idea is to try to work it and see how plentiful this spot can be when we're here right after the flood. So yeah, working some bowl systems today. Classifier out, and yeah, we're just going to run for a long time. We're just going to relax, and we're going to see how it goes. Here's that gravel bar we were just talking about. They say where you find glass, you find gold. Typically the glass in these creeks is pretty worn. It's still a little sharp. But yeah, there's glass. That's an indicator, and I can see black sand right there. As you can see, it's just collecting that spot right behind that rock. There's some more black sand right here behind this rock. Be a place to look as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna run some hands real quick because it's collecting now. That's what's going on here. Beautiful day, a little humid. Beautiful day. run for a while. Clean itself out for a while. I'm gonna check some of the older material we were working with. Pan through it, see if we're on the gold well here. We should be. I didn't even run any test pans here today. I came here yesterday, ran a couple of test pans, and you know, behind this log up here, I found a couple of colors in the very first pan. And I've been here enough to where I know, but I've never tested up in this little pool back there. So, you know, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna sit here and let this run. Hopefully our pole system is doing what it should be doing. That's what I'm kind of testing out today. Wanted to run 2 bowls off of it. Seems just like it's too much trouble for 2 bowls. You know, the dynamic that is created when the water has to split off into a T and go to 2 separate bowls, keeping those bowls running at the same operating level is a little bit difficult. And then the one that has more water that flows into it will have more debris that floats into it as well, which means that it's not cleaning as well as it could be in the situation. So yeah, so I'm just gonna run this for now. I can run anything out of this classifier. I could run it straight into a sluice box, which is why I have the straps underneath. You know, that's what I do a lot of the time. A lot of the time I'll run this material through the sluice box as well. But basically, yeah, just trying to keep going here and see what we come up with. We're going to come up with a pause so that we know how well we're doing, I guess. And run a couple of pans. skimming off the top here. Just working this bit of ground right here behind this log. We found a couple of flexes in there. So I figured maybe back here where the cobbles are, maybe better. So I've been working there, didn't test it. I'm gonna go up here and work this front part as well. We did some bowl action in a bucket, and I tested the tailings coming out of the center of the bowl into the bucket, and I panned out the whole bucket of tailings, and I didn't see a fleck of gold in it, which could mean that we're not on the gold, or it could mean that it's all working properly. Because I didn't really test over there, I think what I should do is run a couple test pans before I proceed. But interestingly, right underneath these cobbles, there are layers of black sand that I'm getting into. It's pretty interesting material, getting darker and sandier clay. You can kind of see right here the layers that I'm getting into. So, beautiful day out here, Middle Creek Park. I keep on calling it Boone Woods. I think in the last video, I actually tagged it as Boone Woods. It's my fault. Middle Creek, ladies and gentlemen, Middle Creek. You know, we are here having a blast. Ziggy is chilling over there. This episode brought to you by Rheingeist. Cincy made. I haven't tried this one yet. House cat. I hope it doesn't taste like a house cat. Well, that turned out to be a darn good spot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 decent specks of gold in there. See if you can focus. And that was just out of I just took the pan and scooped a little bit up right there. There's a ton of black sand in this. This was like one itty bitty shovelful. And it's worth breaking the snuffer bottle out over. So I'm in the right spot here. This is where it's at. So I just need to make sure that I'm keeping all the gold that I'm getting. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna keep running here. We're gonna go one more run here with our blue bowl, gray bowl, and then I'm gonna test what's in the bowl. We want to make sure. Actually, what I'll do is I'll clean out first. There's a bunch of gold sitting in there. We want to get it in the bowl or in a pan. Maybe a pan's better. Let's just get it in this bucket real quick. Be right back. Left it. Yeah. About this is a small bucket, like 2 gallon, maybe 2.5. So I probably got a gallon of material here. Okay, so I just started painting through this immense pile of black sand, and right up here in the corner, if you can see it, already there's some gold starting to poke out. Anyway, so we got gold. We're on gold. This is probably the best gold I've had at this spot, actually. So we keep going. Remember to fill our holes and be kind to nature. I'm gonna let you know. I got our full tally of gold out of the snuffer and into here. So this is the gold that I have. A lot of it's floating. This is the gold that I have. Let's get the glare off here if possible. This is the gold that I have now, just from running around and this is a grand total. So we've got that separated out, and what we get today from our prospecting today will be separate, so we'll be able to see how well we did. All right, snuffer dump from one cleanup. Got a considerable amount of black sand in there. Just put it back together so we don't lose it. Beautiful day. Sucked up a lot of black sand with the snuffer. Sorry about the sideways creek. Just the one clean out. Let's see how well we can manage this. Difficult with one hand. They're popping up everywhere out there. So not bad. There's some back in here too. It likes to move. But yeah, that's one clean out. Just running for a little bit. So we're pretty happy with that. We're going to keep going. This is the area. This is our pan of previous gold from previous places. See how all the gold is floating? How fine it is. Hard to focus. Wow, that is mesmerizing, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. All right. I'm gonna keep running for a while, and we'll see how well we do today. We know that we're on gold. So basically, I gotta run till the battery dies, and then see if I feel like running after the battery dies, because I can run without power too. And, you know, this is talking throughout the day. I've only been running about 10 minutes since the last time we talked. But what we found is gold stays in here. What we've also found is in the bucket there. We don't see any gold. Okay? What we need to find out if there's gold in that pan or not. It could be two things happening. It could be no gold is making it to the bowl, which is ideal, because the bowl and the bucket are there just as a possible catchment. We're trying to blow the black sand out and keep the gold in the bottom of this tube. However, we could just be blowing gold through the whole system. If that were true, there would be gold in the bottom bucket. And I panned out the bottom bucket after running for an hour today, and nothing. It wasn't an hour, but nothing in the bottom bucket. Now, there may be gold inside that. I don't know. But when I ran previous times into a bowl similar to this, I've noticed that all the gold stays in here. So maybe that's just it. Maybe set this up as a kind of a braking system, and a just in case. This is basically it's like a fluid bed system, but then this is our safety pan, basically. So yeah, seems to work pretty well. Batteries are holding up. You know, there's a lot of black sand in there. So if there's a lot of black sand in there, how could there be no gold in there? That's what I'm saying. Because I detected no gold in the bucket. Now, if there's no gold in the bucket, then I've been saving everything in the pans and going to run them when I get back home. That seems to be working. That seems to be the idea. But I will let you know. I'm going to keep running. Okay. I just pulled out the bowl from over there. I did not clean out the barrel. Okay. I just pulled the bowl and I went through the material. There was a lot of black sand. It was mostly black sand. It took forever. And I found two small flakes. I can't see them now. There was two small flakes in here. So that means that gold is getting trapped in the bowl. Now I tested the bucket earlier and gold is not in the bucket. Okay, which I would think that it's staying in the bowl. All right. Now, I'd imagine what's happening is at some certain point, this barrel gets full of material and starts ejecting a little bit of gold out. That doesn't mean it can't continue to hold more gold, but it's going to inject gold out. So maybe that's where we should do a cleanup each time. I don't know. Not really sure about that, because I just want to be able to run all day. I don't want to be doing cleanups all the time. But since we got it tore apart, I might as well wash it out, throw all my cons in there, and we're going to take those home and we'll have those to run back at the house, back of the lab. All right, tailings pile, very nice. Saw some cool pieces of quartz today too, by the way. Mineralized. Looks like there's some sulfites in there. I don't know. I'd have to ask a professional about that. All right, so we have emptied out the barrel into the bucket. We're going to transfer that into the larger buckets and bring all of those cons home. We'll take care of those later. We're going to keep running, keep cleaning out, keep running. That's how it goes for anyone, but we don't have to classify first. We just dig, run, clean out. Dig, run, clean out. That's all we do. We shovel right into our equipment and we keep running, because you're not going to find enough gold, probably at all, because it's so small. But however, if you maybe have the right equipment where you don't have to worry about spending time doing other things like filming videos, then maybe it would be possible. I don't know. I'm filming the videos because I'm having fun. If this turns into something that can be made money at, you'll know. Alright, it's been running for a while. As you can see here, I've got like basically a whole bowl of waxing in with the lines on top. But that is a lot of stuff. So right there, so go up again, keep going down. Things are working up, keep up. Set fast, length, material from underneath. This second is working. I'll do the work the rest of the day. Basically, so things are like, yeah, things are working up. Things are working up. Things are working up. That's cool. That's what we need. Things are stopping. Alright, so we're going to go and just outside here. Simple. Maybe even a little material coming out the front there. Again, recorded like a gallon of material probably. So we're going to put that in here, and then we're going to keep running. We're going to work as much of this area as we can. We're going to take that tailings pile and we're going to throw it back in there. Throw it right back underneath there and make all this room. So we've got to leave it like we found it or better. And the fish love this, by the way. You know, kick up a whole lot of nutrients and insects and all that when you're doing this prospecting biz. So it's actually kind of beneficial to the environment. Not to mention, speaking of being beneficial to the environment, one of the bigger things that I like to do, get rid of stuff like this. You know, this is where I'm digging, and this has built up. See all the black sand behind behind that ripple there created, but the fact of it is, somebody upstream must have lost their car stuff. So yeah, I'll have to retrieve that and get that out of here. Yeah, that's part of it. Make it look better than it was when we came in. All right, so we're gonna keep on running, keep on working, make a solid day out of this, and hopefully add to the pile of gold. I want to sell gold. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to come out to a place, prospect there, and wind up profiting from it. I'd love to do this for a living. And you know, this is only the beginning, but you know, I'm getting something out of this. I mean, what I'm doing is working to a degree. So, all right, we're gonna keep on going. We get put back up and keep running. So look at this. I just came over here just to check out this bank, and I took a shovelful, and down here too, and the whole sediment turned this orange color. That has to be a bunch of iron. And from what I have researched online, that is a great indicator. So we can't go up the bank, but we can go right here legally and check this out. But that's so interesting. Never seen that before. I'm not in Kentucky. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm going to do a clean out and save the material that we're working with right now in this bowl and get everything out of the classifier again. And then I'm going to run some of that red stuff just by itself and maybe keep it in a separate bucket. So I'll let you know how that works out. All right, ladies and germs, this is our grand total gold. This is in a smaller pan. It's a little finishing pan, but that is, you know, and I've been collecting gold for years. Actually, I haven't been collecting gold for years. To be honest with you, I normally throw it all back. I've just been trying to get good at this. I have not been trying to save every speck of gold that I can come across. I've given it to my kids. I've given it to friends, you know, just a show and tell kind of thing. But this is, so far this year, this is what I have. And then we add to it, this is a bigger pan, obviously, and we can add to it all of this, which is probably a similar amount to what I already have. So I probably just doubled the gold supply at the Kentucky Gold Hunters. Fort Knox over here. They said there's no gold in Fort Knox anyway, right? Who knows? But yeah, something for some kind of scale. Don't really have anything to represent scale very well. Give you some kind of idea. All right. Whew. It is humid. Well, thanks for joining us today. You know, we got out to the creek. We did some good work. Ziggy appreciates it very much, and so do I. Until next time, and leave some messages in the comments. You know. Let me know if you found some gold locally. You know, anybody near Kentucky, Boone County. I know Boone County's got gold. Not sure about Kenton. I'd like to find out about Kenton County. If anybody has any information, hit me up, because you know, checking this out is what I'm doing all along the Ohio River. That's where we want to be. So, Kentucky Gold Hunter, out.